What is good, Curtonos? It's your hillbilly Big C coming at you with a new video. Today we're going to talk about the server, the current state of it, and how it's looking going into the Burning Crusade. Let's get on into it. I'm sorry, I had to fix my beard. Anyways, the current state of the game, as we all know, the Burning Crusade is on the horizon. A lot of people speculates or feels like it's going to come out May the 18th. There's a little thing in the login screen for your character now about the Burning Crusade and how it's soon and all this other good stuff. And for the most part, everybody's done with Nax. I know my guild has killed KT twice now. And, it's been a long journey for Victory and Death to complete it. And it's something that's finally been done by the guild. So, for us, that's a great accomplishment. And as time goes on, less people are being active in the game than ever before. Now, Curtonos, there's always been a problem on the server. People have left 4 phases before phase 6. I've received multiple DMs from other people. We know that guilds like Sweat, for example, left in phase 5 before phase 6 hits. And that was on the Alliance side. A lot of the Horde guilds themselves, I don't think there's been an actual Horde guild itself leave, but I know there's been a lot of people on the Horde side that's either left Cortonos or they've just quit playing, one of the two. I've received DMs over the course of time over a number of problems why people left. The world buff griefing thing was a big issue because majority of Horde players on Cortonos, I feel like treats it as a PvE server versus a PvP server. And there is a group of people who enjoys PvP. We get into it, and I've always liked it. It's why I'm on a PvP server, and it's been a struggle sometimes for the world PvP lately. Now, just because of the item from Chromie where it saves the bottle, saves your world bus, people are starting to get more involved with it. And here at the end, several of us has fought to clear out the ZG Island to ensure that the heart buffs goes out and things of that nature. So, and honestly, a lot of people gets upset with the griefing. I enjoy it. I don't really look at it as griefing. It's a PvP server. PvP is going to happen, and all of it is part of PvP. The dispelling's annoying. I've lost world bus before. It's happened to all of us probably at some point. In some way, form, or fashion, we've lost world bus, either from the dispelling or from a blockade going on. Honestly, I miss all that stuff. I miss the blockades. I miss, just the PvP stuff. That's part of the reason why I came to Curtonos, was it's a PvP server, and I wanted to do PvP as a Horde player for a change than trying to do it as Alliance, because typically I always done it as Alliance over the years of playing retail. I also have several real-life friends on the server, and that's another reason why I play on here. I enjoy playing with them. Some of us has been friends for years, and we've accomplished stuff in the game in the past together. So, it's nice to be able to be playing vanilla together when we didn't get to the first time and be able to clear content. But there's also another problem that seems really big on Curtonos, and I think it's the after effects. I really hate to bring up this name, to be honest. Orenthal, everybody on the server knows about Neck Rage, and I wasn't here during that period, so I don't know what it was like being on the server, to be honest. I don't know how they ran things. I don't know how things was dictated and so forth. I know Alliance was kept in better check, I think, when it was Orenthal versus the other faces that I've been here. Recently, Horde's finally started to PvP more and try to keep things under control, but there's still at times where we don't. But aside from that, yeah, I think the after effects of Orenthal being on the server and disbanding has really hurt the mentality on the Horde side, because honestly, Horde don't get along with each other, and I don't understand what the deal is. I've not ever been on a server where one faction just didn't like each other and just would not help one another out. And I know that it stems more than just guilds being friendly to one another and helping out with world PvP stuff, but also stuff inside of guilds. And I've mentioned that with Nova too. Part of their downfall was they had 2 communities, and those 2 communities in Nova just didn't get along. And when one community wanted to focus on something more than another community did, it kind of crumbled. Granted, a lot of people did go into Be Nice, but a lot of people split off and went into other guilds to do other things, and that's understandable. And I think Orenthal had a lot of it themselves. Was there was just multiple smaller communities in it, and whenever it split off, these communities went and made their own guilds, and they hated each other because they're like, "Ah, well, we're better than this, this group of people." And there's nothing wrong with being competitive. I think being competitive is healthy, to be honest, but it's gotten to the point where it's kind of affected the server itself. People's not willing to help one another doing quests or helping with world PvP. If you get ganked and you're being camped, you're probably not going to get help. There's a few of us that will. I've always went and helped people out that's needed it, but it's just not a thing that happens on the server, and I think it's hurt the server overall. And I know the server's a lot of trolling, a lot of memeing and stuff, but at the end of the day, when other Horde players aren't willing to help one another, where Alliance players are willing to help one another, it definitely has a negative impact on the server. Now, with that being said, though, Kurtonos is slowly turning into Skyrim 2.0. Skyrim is almost pure Horde. There's not very many, if any, Alliance. I think there might be some. So Skyrim is primarily a Horde-dominated server. There is some Alliance, but it's 95% Horde as of me looking it up right now. Now Kurtonos, between what Alliance is left and Horde, is actually a smaller server than Skyrim. Skyrim has roughly about 1,800 active Horde players. Kurtonos has about 1,200 active Horde players, and it's kind of, and we're slowly becoming Skyrim 2.0. I know there's rumors and tales of multiple guilds wanting to leave or talking about leaving. I know Resurgence left not too long ago. Smash Brothers have also left. There's a few maybe still on the server. Maybe. If they are, they've been already took over, or they've already been absorbed into another guild. Well, there's other guilds that there's words of them leaving. There's Dream Team, Industry Standard, Fenta Kings, and Harbinger. So those are 4 Alliance guilds that are thinking about transferring. Now, they've not done it yet because I have killed a few players in Fenta Kings. I've not really seen anybody as of late in the other guilds, at least not out in the world. So, and I know it's Phase 6, PBC's coming along very shortly. A lot of people's already farmed the gold that they need. They've already cleared Nax. There's really nothing else to do in the game. Maybe level alts, but it's so hard as an Alliance player, from what I understand, to even find groups to level with. And I'm going to be honest with you, just questing all the time absolutely sucks. I'm a person that enjoys running dungeons. I enjoy progressing in gear and getting better pieces of gear, and dungeons is the best way to go. And the better gear you get from your dungeons, the easier it is to quest. And dungeons give you a lot of experience, so overall you level quicker. And Alliance, you just gotta buy boosts if you want to level quick. There's no alternative. At least on Horde on Kurtonos, there is leveling going on. There are groups forming and stuff. People are leveling alts, and I know whenever free patch comes and you can level Blood Elves, that's going to be a huge thing. There's going to be so many paladins running around. I'm sure a few people will reroll their race. Maybe not, though. A lot of people, they put in all this time on their character and they've got this gear. They want to go into the Burning Crusade with their tier 3 gear or other really high-end pieces of gear, and I don't blame them for that, to be honest. But yeah, there's a number of things that's actually hurt Kurtonos, and I think it's the lingering effects of OT and how it's kind of made it's kind of put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And I don't mean that in any bad way. I've talked to Nick Rage. I don't have a problem with him. He seems fine to me. But there's been a bad aftertaste and people's not really gotten over it, and there's still a lot of hate between the guilds on the server. You do have a few players that are Horde players with Alliance characters that will gank other Horde players. It's PvP. They're bored. I think it's silly, but at the same time, they're bored and they want to be involved in PvP, and the only way you're going to get it is if you go out and attack somebody's Horde. You just hardly can't find anybody that's an Alliance player. I've looked. I struggle finding people, and when I do, I enjoy the PvP, but it's just finding people to PvP against. And the last few times I have found some people, they just flat out try to run away from me, which is really annoying. Just like, fight me. I'm not going to camp you. Just fight me. We'll duel. Who wins, go about our business. I'm not the type of person that will camp somebody to be a butthole. I do kill lobies every now and again. So if I see a lobby with world buffs, you're definitely going to die. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. It's just how it is. But overall, there's a lot of things that's affected the population of Kurtonos over time. And with the Burning Crusade coming out, it just gives people the option of, I can go somewhere else and start new. Alliance wants to be somewhere that's more populated, and I don't blame these guys for leaving. And a lot of them has moved to other PvP servers like Earth Fury, for example. I know Resurgence moved there. I'm pretty sure Smash Bros moved there. I'm not sure what the other guilds are planning on doing. No one's reached out to me and told me. But I will say this though, you know, for the people that's left as Alliance, you know, I honestly miss you guys being on the server. It was nice having the world PvP in the last few days when I was trying to find people, or, you know, usually the ZG Island's being attacked or something like that. Stuff's just pretty much quit. Since some of you's left that really engage in the world PvP, and I hate it, really. You know, I don't want Kurtonos to be mainly a Horde server, because the part of it that attracted to me was the PvP aspect. So running BGs are fine, but I think world PvP just hits different. You know, you're not necessarily, you know, you can run around in world PvP and just 1v1. It's possible. If you're in a BG and if you're not in a pre-made, you're probably going to have a bad time. That's the, you know, it's a different experience. And yeah, that's just how it is right now on the server. I'm hoping when the Burning Crusade comes out, it's really going to boost the population on the Horde and Alliance side. You know, the server was pretty populated at one time, especially when I first came over. And now, you know, you can tell. You don't have to look on Ironforge. If you're somebody who's active on the server, you can tell that, you know, the server's not what it once was. And you know, like I said, I really, really hope that with the Burning Crusade, a lot of people will come back to Kurtonos. And if they do, I really, really want to really encourage the Horde to be a little bit nicer to one another, help out each other more. Don't be such buttholes. You know, if somebody's getting camped, go help them out. If somebody needs help with a quest, go help them out. It don't hurt, you know, to be a little bit kind to other people, especially in World of Warcraft. The whole point of many of us coming back to playing Classic was for the community aspect of the game, and because of how Kurtonos Horde side don't really get along with each other, you kind of miss that aspect of the game. You know, like I said, there's people that don't care, will help other people out, but it's a small number of us that will do that versus a lot of other people. So just be a little bit more kind of Kurtonos. That's all I ask, and don't take things over into real life. That stuff's ridiculous when y'all do that. I want to thank y'all for watching the video. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, please subscribe. Hit the bell for your notifications. We're uploading on a regular basis again. And I hope to see you in game. I'm Big CB hunting on the server's Horde side. Hope y'all have a great one. Peace and God bless. I'm out.